Made it all the way here, you creeping little maggots? Have you wriggled up to bow to me? Has Lohar sent you to beg forgiveness for his sins? My lord had faith. He came to me when Lohar failed the queen. And as a reward for my service, he has granted me his favor. He has granted me Mordus. Armies? Merely sheep with swords, minds that beg to be controlled. But Mordus is so much more than the power to have those beasts slaughter each other. And it is mine. By the Lord's grace, the power is mine.
Master Sorcerer throws up his pocked, cracked arms to defend himself as you step forward. The undead dwarf looks quickly over its shoulder, his gaze darting from shadow to shadow.
Of course! Of course! Anything! Just name it! What? Source?
The skeleton slowly lowers his arms, staring at you in disbelief.
Of course! You're God-woken! You seek power! Ultimate power! And I worried we could not find common ground. Yes, God-woken, I can teach you. If you swear you won't banish me to the afterlife. The death of the flesh is one of the smallest deaths. I have not passed on to the Hall of Echoes, nor do I ever intend to. Please, God-woken, let me walk away, and I swear I will show you all I know. That is not important. Just please tell me, do we have an accord or not? Am I not? How many others have survived the Magister's witch hunt?
The skull before you curls into a maggot-eating grin.
No, you need me. So I teach you and you spare me. Do we have an accord? Praise be. Very well, God-woken. Listen carefully. Source and void, day and night, love and hate. One is meaningless without the other. To grow your source, to achieve your potential, you must embrace the void.
The grinning skeleton reaches into the folds of his robes and pulls out a small black mass. It's covered in veins and oozing pus.
Here, God-woken. Take a bite. The finest meal you'll find in this cave. The heart of a void woken.
Your god stirs, pushing you to eat it. Do not fear, a voice whispers. Do what must be done.
Perhaps not the most appetizing thing around, but if you truly want to channel more source...
The skeleton extends his arm, jiggling the heart towards you. A glob of dark yellow pus oozes through the bones of his palm and drips to the ground.
You can demand until we're both dust. That's the only answer I have to give. If you don't like it, you can wait until they arrive to take a bite out of you. The decision is yours, God-woken. I'll not wait here for you to make it.
Mordus looks at you in alarm.
God's graves, please be quick. He wanted the Death Folk destroyed. Once he knew his rats had found it in the Peacemaker's wreck, he wanted it destroyed. The greatest weapon Rivellion has ever seen lands in his lap, and he ordered the barrels thrown into the ocean. We couldn't let it happen. We needed it. So I took control. Ah! The Queen! It's the Queen! She saw what Deathfog did to the Black Ring. She saw it destroy the Elven Forest. She said the dwarves needed power like that. And he told me to make sure she got it. He told me to ensure they got to... Oh. Arcs. The barrels were going to Arcs. The power gifted to me. The power of Mordus. The power to bend the feeble-minded to my will, and so much more. It was a gift from... It was a gift. I can't! He'll hear! He'll know! He'll find me! He'll come! If I tell you, I die. Or worse.
Mordus takes a step back, looking about in half-crazed panic.
I can't! I can't! Not now! It's too late! It's all too...
The dwarf sets his jaw and firmly refuses to speak until you ask him something else. The thick pus explodes into your mouth, coating the back of your throat. You can feel it running down your throat like rancid custard. You start to retch, your body struggling to reject this intruder, but your teeth clamp down hard on the fibrous, gritty flesh as you force yourself to chew and swallow. Deep within you, you feel something change. Your soul opens up, and you feel it swell as new channels for source start to flow through you. You swallow all you can, and despite the meat in your stomach, you feel a new space inside you, a potential waiting to be filled.
There, I held up my end of the bargain. I did as you asked, and now I'm getting as far from this cave as my bones will take me.
Mordus looks at you in alarm.
God's graves, please be quick. So I'm free to go.
His skull twists into a mask of rage as you raise your weapon.
You scum! You heartless beasts! You...
The frail skeleton is still screaming obscenities when you bring your weapon down, caving in his skull. The jaw falls silent, dropping to the floor with a crack, and the pile of bones lies silent.
It's incredible. I've never felt so alive.
You feel newfound powers of the source course wildly through your body. Deep inside your soul, your god calls for you. It would be wise to meet with your god again by performing the Meister's ritual, here or in Siva's vault. The thought of death fog gives you pause. A weapon like that should give everyone pause.
Ah, death fog. Instant victory. I always applauded Lucian for using it.
I've seen this. Seen death fog in action. Such horror has no place in this world.
This scourge, this destroyer of my people should be wiped from the face of the earth.
The ghost turns to you, her finger urgently pointing towards something unseen. Silent lips move, issuing an urgent, unheard plea. Your hands merge together, your world twisting. Looking down, you see you're holding a barrel marked with a fatal warning. Death fog. A cart contains many barrels more, recovered from a wrecked ship. The room is filled with voices, cracking jokes and swearing oaths as you go about unloading the cart. But somewhere, in the hum of voices, one cuts through the rest. Stop, it hisses. You lift up the death fog, and, fighting against every step, you walk back to the cart. You pass a dwarf, struggling against the voice and winning, but you crack his skull with a barrel in your hands. One by one, the barrels are loaded again, and the cart departs. As it trundles out of the cave, the voice returns, "Come, come to me." And you feel your feet carrying you into the cavern's darkness.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't want to hurt anyone. But he made me. That voice, he made me. I let him out of the vault. I killed anyone that got in the way. And then I sat here as he gibbered about needing to complete his bloody Mordecai. Damn divine. Some ancient ritual, he said. It gave him the power to twist our minds, to turn us into his puppets. And when he was strong enough, it turned him into... that. He thought it was a reward, kept saying how blessed he was. What madness.
Spotted something.
Even dead, I don't get no peace. You need something. What's it look like? Either they were a void-woken attack, or this is the most unfortunate dinner party you ever did see. Now shove off. I've got an afterlife to enjoy, and your jabbering ain't making it easy. Walk on, heartbeat. I got nothing to say to you.
The dwarf pulls a dagger with shocking dexterity and reflexively swings at your gut. Thankfully, the ephemeral blade passes right through you. With a rancid look, the dwarf pockets the knife. As he does so, you spot the royal seal of the Dwarven Queen on the handle. Through gritted teeth, the dwarf growls.
We're done here.
Don't worry about it, says Lohar. Quietest work around, says Lohar. Well, I don't see him here, cold as the stone he's lying on. It will be fine, my arse. And here I was, the fool, believing him.
The ghost swings a foot to kick its old body in frustration, but the boot sails straight through her corpse.
Because it's his fault. If not for him, I'd still be sitting there, wine in hand, happy as Larry. But no, he knew best. He wanted the death fog destroyed. That's why we were to make sure it got into the right hands. Our hands! I even stood guard of Mordus when he were doing nothing but the Queen's bidding. No wonder we came to this. This is what I deserve for following the orders of a leader with the spine of a sponge. Thank Duna Her Majesty has more steel in her belly than that coward. You're a little tool to be asking questions like that. Her Majesty is trying to do what's best for the dwarf people. And there's not a thing more you need to know.
A letter with a dwarf's seal.
Fine paper. It looks important.
The dwarf's royal seal. It couldn't be.
Open it at once. This could be valuable.